computer. Hello, everyone. Happy October. I honestly can't believe it's October. Like it just feels like this year. I blinked and it's gone. It's not fully gone, but we're getting there. We're going to talk all about sort of the last quarter of the year here. I know that that's a very business mindset conversation. I know Kylie, as a real estate agent, she gets like the whole quarter by quarter thing. But essentially, it's just every year you have your specific quarters, and in the last part of the year you do a big push to just like make sure you're ending the year with some decent numbers. You can look back on the year and be like, yes, like I did some things this year, right? So I'm going to start just by sharing a little bit of recognition here. And then I was just telling Kylie and Jenna that we are going to actually kick things off tonight with an affirmation card pull from The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. And then we're also going to do a 10-minute success meditation just to get us all into a success mindset tonight. And then I do have some really fun things that I want to chat about. And then Kylie also suggested we kind of brainstorm about things we can do to market the programs as a team. So similar to Team Cup, it's just basically, hold on a second. Why do I want to present this? There we go. Basically, we should be coming together to help each other out by marketing the programs with some kind of incentives, because like Kylie was saying earlier, it's just the $24 off coupon. It just knocks down the price of the pack, but having something on top of that is huge for people to just like get further in. So I'm going to chat about that a little bit more. But first, of course, let's talk about the people to shout out this month, because we've got some ladies on the board and I'm so excited about this. So I want to first obviously shout out Kylie. She killed it last month. She rank advanced her business. She hit Success Club, and it's really cool to just see somebody who just 1 month earlier was kind of humming and hawing about, maybe this isn't for me. I don't really know if this is my thing. And I just said to her, Kate, promise me you'll do one thing, just ride out September. I explained to her that summers are always slow in this kind of industry. Everyone's off doing their own thing. And that's why they do things like Team Cup. This is something I've already explained to Kylie, but I think it's nice to just share it in a group setting, that the reason why they do things like Team Cup in August is because a lot of the times people cannot do, like people don't want to commit to something in August. They want to get all the last bit of summer in. So that's why we run and get together and try to do things like fun incentives to get some people on. So just keep in mind that summers are, even in my business, me doing this however many years I have, even in my business, summer is slow. As you can see, like I hit SC5 last month, and the month before that I hit SC5, right? So there's going to be months where it's slower and feels like you're really like pulling people along. And then there's going to be months, like obviously January is always a really big month with fitness. But there's months like September, which is like a mini January, where you do get a chance to like get everyone into a proper routine coming out of summer. So to the ladies on this board, Ashley, Sierra, Kylie, Morgan, I'm so proud of you for getting people on and adding to our community last month. I know that in general, it's always easier to have the conversation, harder to close it, right? So there's gonna be so many people that reach out to you. I've had like in the last month, I've had like 5 or 6 people being like, hey, what's your pricing? I'm ready, let's do this. And then I give them the spiel, I give them the information, and then they stop talking to me. And I'm like, okay, it's really not, like when you really consider the cost of it in terms of other fitness platforms and everything like that, it's pretty competitive. It's not like outrageous. And if you're comparing it to like a gym membership, for example, like it's not that bad, right? So I feel like a lot of the times, something I want you guys to kind of embody is the idea that what you have has value, because there's been a few conversations like in our team chat where we're like discussing the pricing, and somebody's like, oh, well, if they're going to increase the pricing, well, it's going to make it harder to sell. You can honestly sell anything, you guys, with the right passion and love behind it. Do you know what I mean? Like Kylie's a perfect example of that. She sells $1 million homes. And these $1 million homes aren't being sold because buyer just wants the home, right? Buyer is connecting with Kylie. And there's something about something Kylie has said to buyer to help them make a huge investment like that, right? And I'm sure, Kylie, if you want to interject at all, like you can sort of see like people invest in you. You know, they know that you're going to get a commission off of the sale of their house or the purchase of their home, right? So they're not just going to give that to anyone. Kylie has to do some serious work to get those houses sold, right?
Yeah, there has to be some kind of connection, like whatever you want to call it, right? And however deep or what, it doesn't really matter, but ultimately there is some trust and connection there for whatever. Sure. I mean, it could be 100 different reasons, but
yes, and those are two perfect examples, trust and connection. They have to trust you. So something I want you guys to remember is there are other body coaches on everybody's platform. Everybody that follows you probably follows another handful of body coaches. What is going to set you apart from every other person, right? It is you showing up exactly as you are, who you are. Because what you're going to do when you do that is attract people like you, right? Don't shy away from sharing things that may seem uncomfortable or awkward or whatever, because guess what? There are other people out there that will be like, oh, same. Like, I actually connect with you now, right? So try your best to be that authentic person that you are, because it really helps you build those genuine connections and the people you actually do want to work with, because you get them, they get you, right? So I'm so proud of you, Kylie. I'm so proud of Ashley and Sierra, who aren't on tonight, but I'm sure they'll watch the recording. And I can't wait to see who's going to be on the board this month. And I always just update them for the first Thursday of every month. And then I post it on my story. So I did post this on my stories. I just did like a little screenshot of my computer, but I'll actually get the graphic for you guys for anyone who wants to repost it, tag somebody, shout them out. Thursdays are our shout out days. So I would highly suggest, if you want to put up a little bit more business content, this is a great way to sort of segue into that and just say, like, on this team, we are recognized for our efforts. And Kylie will be also getting a team branded frosted tumbler. And Jenna, yours is still sitting right here. I know Danielle's actually planning to go to Calgary in November. So if I can remember, I will try to send this with her, because I know, where are you? Are you near her house or her mom's house, I guess?
Yeah, I'm like 2 seconds away.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, I'll try to send this with her. And then I'm gonna exit out of this and do an affirmation poll here. Oh, no, we don't want that. This is obviously so I used a template, as you can see, and just made it my own. But anyways, that's what I use. Canva's so easy for stuff like that too. Like I'm going to share another thing that was made on Canva that I'm also going to recreate. I'm also going to recreate, or when we do our meal plan that I'll get into a little bit later, I'm also going to use Canva to make it all pretty as well. So I'm really excited about that piece as well. But let's do a card pull quick. Just one card to set the tone. We'll do a quick meditation, and then I'll get into the workbook I wanted to talk about, which explains the ranks, which is something that I also wanted to touch on. And we will do the To Be mindset situation and a bit of brainstorming for what to sort of offer this month. So this one's speaking to me. I am the dreamer of my dream. That is the affirmation. And I think that's just so perfect for what we're talking about tonight. I always find that it's always so funny how obvious some of the affirmations are. I'm like, yeah, exactly. You know me, Gabby. You know me. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna do a quick Gabby Bernstein meditation. So I would just like hunker into where you're at right now, and just if you can be as present as you can through this, then perfect. It's always nice to just get centered and then we'll move on. So
Often we get our sense of success wrong. We think that success comes from pushing and controlling and making things happen around us. But I believe that success is an inside job. When we experience the successes of the world, we are experiencing what is a direct reflection of our internal condition, a direct reflection of our alignment with our highest purpose, our highest truth, and our highest sense of service in the world. When we align with that energy of purpose and passion and service, success comes naturally. If you're feeling out of alignment with your sense of success, then this meditation will guide you to reconnect with that true nature of love, of wisdom, of power and presence within you, so that you can become a magnet for a sense of inner success and peace and a tremendous connection to success in the world. Let's begin our meditation sitting comfortably with your shoulders rolled back. Your eyes are soft. Begin breathing deeply, and on the inhale, expand your diaphragm, and on the exhale, allow it to contract. On the inhale, it expands, and on the exhale, your diaphragm contracts. Breathing deeply, this yogic breath, honoring your body, allowing your energy to reorganize and restoring your sense of peace through your breath. We dedicate today's meditation practice to realigning with a sense of inner success, a place of true power within us. We set the intention to let go of all limitation and all doubt, and we set the intention to reconnect with our true nature and our true presence of love. Continuing to breathe deeply. On the inhale, expanding your diaphragm, and on the exhale, allow it to release. Success is an inside job. Each breath, breathe in the sense of love and truth and peace. And on the exhale, let go of the littleness. With each inhale, take in that presence of joy, that presence of energy that is within you and around you. And on the exhale, let go of your expectations. Every inhale, go deeper and deeper into that centered place within you. A place of true knowing. And with every exhale, let go of the attachments the ego has held on to. Success is an inside job. Continue that cycle of breath, deepening and expanding the energy within you and around you, connecting through your breath to the inner success energy. Connecting through your breath, and on every exhale, let go of what is not serving you. Let go of what is holding you back. Let go of what is keeping you small. Continue to breathe long and deep, embracing what is true and releasing what is not. Continue on. And at the end of the meditation, I will gently guide you back into your body. Begin your practice now, inhaling what is true and releasing on the exhale whatever is out of alignment with your true nature and success. Allow your mind's eye to guide you into beautiful inner visions that will remind you of what is real. Enjoy your practice.
Okay, I'm gonna cut that there, you guys. How do we feel after that? Did anyone feel like, did anything sort of sneak up on you there? I feel like for me, especially, it's all things you already know. You know what I mean? But like just the reminder and the reiteration is always so nice to just like to remember that it is all up here. You know what I mean? Like whether you believe you can do it or you believe you can't, you're right. You know, like you have to believe that your abilities are okay and that you can be successful, right? So yeah, I hope that that was helpful. I really like that meditation because like I said, it's short and she just kind of like drops you into that mindset, right? That like we are limitless beings, that we can have anything we want. The only thing that really holds us back from getting anything we want, you guys, is fear of failure and fear of judgment. These are two things that are like literally in our makeup. And it's something that we have to like peel back the layers of and figure out like, why are you so worried about failing there? Because failure is just like redirection and learning, you know, like anytime you failed something, it's like, okay, well, now there's an opportunity to grow here. Like, perfect example is if like, you're in like a qualification period for coaching. And so, for example, in a qualification period, you do need to have like a certain amount of people active in your office for 6 weeks. And if one person goes inactive for that 6-week time period, you're back at square one and you have to start your 6 weeks all over again. So I'll tell you guys a story. When I was in my 2-star qualifications, 2-star means that I had a diamond underneath me named Sarah. She's my sister-in-law, Alan's sister. And then Ashley Jeffrey, or no, not Ashley Jeffrey, sorry, Danielle was, I'm speaking about Ashley as if she's already gone diamond, but no, Danielle was pregnant with Luca at the time, and she went diamond. And during that time, I was a paid diamond. Danielle was a paid diamond, and Sarah was a paid diamond. Sarah and Danielle were on opposing legs in my office, and that's the only way a 2-star qualification works. They have to be on separate legs. If this isn't making sense, it's fine. We'll go through all of this in a little while. I'm just telling a story here. But basically, if one of those 2 diamond offices or my diamond office, if one of the people that makes them diamond go inactive during that 6-week time period, you're back at square one. Okay, so like this is why when we were talking in the group about like active versus inactive, and I was saying the only time that really truly matters is during quals, is because it really is the only time that like placing an order, it's like, do you need Energize? Because like if you could use some Energize right now, that would really help me, right? Like it's just, I've never been the type of person to be like, you have to be active in your office. But during quals, it's actually very important for certain people, whoever makes up the qualifications for it, to be active. Anyways, I was on week 5 in my 2-star qualifications, and I saw somebody go projected inactive, which is like when they show red in your office, it means that the following Thursday, they will be inactive. Okay. Are we following? Because I know that that's a lot of random stuff to throw at you. But either way, I saw this projected inactive person. I had reached out to them. I had even offered to like pay for them to go active, because I'm like, well, I'm the one that wants a 2-star. Like it doesn't benefit you any. So I'm like, I'll send you $50 to place an order. If you want, I could take the product from you, or you can have it. It was my girlfriend, Rochelle. And she was like, okay, perfect. So she placed the order. But because of the cutoff time, which is something that I'm so, and once again, here's why failing is so important. Because until I failed this, I didn't understand that part, right? So you'll never do it again once you fail something, right? Because you'll understand that that order needs to be placed at a certain time. And if you place that order after the time frame, after Beachbody technically goes to the next day because they're in Eastern time zone, you're screwed. You're back to square one. So I had sent the money, she had placed the order, and we were like 5 minutes past the time that it should have gone through in order for her to be active for the following Thursday for me to continue my qualifications. Okay. Of course I was crushed. I'm like, this sucks. We're back at square one. The nice thing is like, then she was then active for a whole month, because it makes you active for a whole month when you place an order, right? So then I'm like, okay, we can go right back into quals, but then it's just literally starting over, right? And Kylie, I know that you've dealt with this with real estate as well. Like you'll be so excited about a sale and it'll fall through and you're like, great, right? but it's always like, you always can learn something from it, right? So like, why do we fear so much that you could fail? Rather than fearing the failure, why not look at the possibility of you not failing? Right? Like, let's put it into the perspective of like, I'm scared to reach out to this person, right? This person can either say yes or no or maybe to you, right? If they say no to you, it's like, okay, well, they said no. They're gonna keep watching me. Maybe one day they'll be ready for that. But either way, you planted the seed, you opened that door, right? So it's not a true failure. I always look at a no as in not right now, or not something I'm interested at the moment, right? But sure enough, all the people who I've reached out to over the years, every single one of them has joined me eventually. So I just want you guys to like, and I'm not saying like go cold message a bunch of people, but look at your warm market and look at the people. Like I saw that Kylie got Bree on, and Bree's like one of her, like, I know Bree to be one of her really good friends. And it took Bree, like Kylie started in January, right? And it took one of her like really, really good girlfriends to finally sign up this month or last month, right? So sometimes it's not going to be so like people that you think are going to join you right away, they might not. But it doesn't mean they won't down the road be like, okay, what do you got? Let's see it. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to keep going with your momentum and your passion with what you're doing. And the people who are meant to join you will, right? So yeah, that's just something I wanted to throw out there in regards to that meditation, and just like piggybacking off of some of the things she was saying in that. Are we reading personal development, ladies? I think Kylie is. I don't think Jenna is though. I feel like I've had this conversation with Jenna. Jenna, you should read, or you don't even have to read, Jenna. I'm not getting on your case about it, but if you're not going to read, you should listen to stuff like that. For example, anything that's going to rewire your brain to think a little bit more outside of the box and believe in yourself a little bit more, and understand that like we truly are the creators of our life. Right? Everything in your life right now is in your life because you chose for it to be there. Is that not crazy to think about? Like, you are literally deciding everything that happens in your life at all times. Some things are like totally out of our control, absolutely. But for the most part, your circumstance right now that you're in, whatever that circumstance may be, it's something that was a series of choices that led you to the circumstance, right? So we all choose it. And if you can get into the habit of like, okay, maybe today, instead of driving to work, listening to the radio, I'm going to download a podcast before I go, and I'm going to listen to that podcast on the way to work. Just like making those little switches, you guys, it makes such a big difference in just your overall mindset. Hi, puppy. Hello. So I hope that is something that you guys can kind of just take away from, and just make sure you're focusing on it, because at the end of the day, like, you can talk yourself into anything and you can talk yourself out of anything, right? Like it's all up right here. So this is what I wanted to talk about tonight. So this is the Shine Bright Force Summit Fit Collective workbook that Liz Love created last year in the first quarter of the year. So I absolutely loved this. Morgan, actually, I wish she was on tonight, but Morgan actually got it like bound for me and printed at Staples, and it's got like this nice little, so Staples will do this. I'm sure you guys know this already, but Staples will do this for you. They'll like make a workbook for you. And this is just like a Canva workbook that was created. And I'm actually just gonna like take this exact thing and make it my own. Like, so if you can see the pictures in there, it's all of like my uplines team in all those pictures. I'm not in any of those pictures. You guys aren't in any of those pictures. So like, I really do want to like switch out these photos and put like photos of our team on it. And I want it to be a final quarter workbook. So basically what this is, and I'm such a physical pen to paper person. That's why I prefer books. That's why I prefer notebooks. That's why I prefer like workbooks like this over like something on my phone. I mean, I'll use things on my phone like an app for sure, but I don't know what it is about like actually sitting down and putting pen to paper. Am I the only person that still just loves to do that? But either way, I really found this workbook helpful, and I'm going to tell you why. So the first page, it talks about dreams, goals, and visions, and creating your vision statement. And when I tell you, I really did the work in this workbook. I really did the work. Like it's like a full, it's a full 2 pages of my dreams, visions, and goals. And then there's also a section where you do like I am statements. And just for funsies, I am going to share with you guys my I am statements, because these are supposed to be like not something, it's something you're trying to embody versus something you already are, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to just give you some of the things that I wrote. And now keep in mind, this was in 2022, December of 2022. So I was pregnant with Bodhi at the time. So this was what I said. I am a money magnet. I am a working coach's magnet. I am an inspiration that shows others what is possible. I am dedicated to my dreams, goals, and vision. I am creating a legacy. I am sought after. I am recognized for my achievements. I am invited to all kinds of opportunities for expansion. I am a Success Club All-Star. I'm a manifestation magnet. I am one with the universe and all of my desires. I am spiritually protected and guided. I am constantly evolving. I am always welcoming new people to my team and community. I am putting out relatable, viral content. I am always growing my follower base. I am a launch wizard and have so many people in my groups. I am always teaching my team new things. I am someone who listens to my clients and helps them with my heart. I am an amazing mother, wife, coach, friend, daughter, sister. I am never giving up on my vision. So like, just how powerful is that? Like a whole page worth of I am statements that you want to embody. And then it goes into these goals so there's week 1 goals here. And then it's every single day. So there's like, for this specific group, they had like a Shine Bright kickoff Zoom on the Monday. And then you're writing down like what your day is going to look like. And then on Wednesday, it teaches you to like check on your downline for qualifications, but like what I was just talking to you about. So Wednesday evening is the cutoff for a qual. So whatever your office is looking like on Wednesday evening, Thursday, the next day, is what you're going to be paid as that day. So right now, Kylie is a paid emerald. So she should get a $14 bonus for being a paid emerald on her next paycheck. Now, if one of those people go inactive, she will then drop down to partner until that next person is either in that person's place, or that person then places another order and they're active, and now you're active emerald again, but you're lifetime emerald now because you've been emerald for a week. So you will toggle with emerald until you're toggling with other ranks as well. So that is what the workbook looks like. But something that I really liked is every week, so I'm going to do this. This is something that I'm going to roll out in November. It's going to give me the time to actually create the workbook, but I want to talk about it now because I don't want to wait until the first Thursday of November to kick this off. I want it to be like a November 1st kickoff kind of thing. So that's why I'm introducing it now, so that we can talk about it and just sort of familiarize ourselves. But I am going to get in touch with some really awesome coaches in the network. And I'm going to do a guest speaker call once a week. Now, this is going to be something that you don't have to hop on live, but I would love it if you could find the time to do it. It will be the same day. It'll be the same time and day of the week for every single week in November. So we can kind of discuss what's best for you guys in terms of like people actually showing up for these big speakers that I'm going to get on for us. But they are going to be like top coaches that will come and literally sit with our team and talk about things. So like this person was Haley Peters, and I actually got to meet her in Mexico. So I could actually reach out to her and ask her if she'd be down to do this. But her topic was talking about 70% of network marketers quit before they have real success. And then it says, I am the 30%. This business takes time, takes about 4 years to have a full-time income. Your first goal is to be a challenger and dive into all the things that get you results. Focus on promoting one thing at a time. So basically there's going to be a spot where you can take notes from each call so you can refer to them. Very powerful. Like I was going through this before the call and I'm like, oh, there's so many good nuggets. And then what else do they have in here? The business activity tracker. So like right on your workbook, you'll have your checklist of all of the business activities that you should be doing on a day-to-day basis to just keep the ball rolling in your business, you know, like making sure that you're trying to grow your following a little bit so that you're connecting with new people all the time. Because if you're not growing your following, you're going to dwindle out your warm market, and then you're just going to be like, well, now what? Like I don't bring on anyone in my warm market anymore, right? Because like anyone in my warm market would have signed up like 3 or 4 years ago. Like I'm going into year 5 now. So usually now it's people that I don't know or that I've connected with on Instagram that sign up with me. So it is possible, but you do have to do the work in trying to grow. So like follow sprees, connecting with other accounts, that kind of stuff. And then again, we have another notes page here, but this is what I wanted to show you guys. So they also have a diamond roadmap on here. So this is going to actually show you exactly how you get to diamond. Isn't it funny that it looks like a pyramid? But basically this is you, right? This is the people who make you emerald. So in your office, like I said, you're going to have 2 legs, right? So this is leg 1, your left leg, and this is leg 2, your right leg. Okay. So Kylie, what are your 2 people's names? Do you remember? Is it Linda? Oh, I think you're muted.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me now? There we go. It would have been Bree and Lynn was on there in October.
Okay. Yeah.
She was
so,
supposed to do it like in September, but anyways.
okay, perfect. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. It just said my connection was unstable, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking up there. But yeah. So let's just say Lynn and Bree here. Okay. So Lynn and Bree are here. Okay. If she gets 2 more people on, she can put them on either legs here. You want to keep your legs kind of even, right? And I'll teach you how to do that. So if they end up on a leg that you don't want them to be on, you do have 5 whole days to switch them to the other leg, and I will teach you how to do that. So just make sure that you're either telling me that they're on the wrong leg, or I'm noticing it in my office and I'm helping you keep your legs even, because that's how you achieve diamond faster. So you'll get your 2 people that make you emerald. You'll get 2 people again that make you double emerald. This is triple emerald. And this is diamond. But in order to be diamond, 2 of these people on either leg need to also go emerald, or get 2 PCs on, or something like that. So something that you're going to want to do is, if you get like a bunch of PCs on, which is totally fine, make sure that if you get a proper coach on, like an actual partner that wants to work the business, you're separating them on different legs. Right? Because that's going to help you achieve diamond by getting one of them to emerald and then the other one to emerald. See these little boxes or these little bubbles here? These are then their people who they're getting to emerald. Once you have all of these people active and 2 of these people have gone emerald, you're diamond. So it really is like, and I do like the roadmap because it does help just like simplify it, because it truly is 12 people. That's it to get you to diamond, right? Because it's your people here and then their 2 people there.
They have to be 12 people though that are either one partner, 2 just PC, or 3 are active consistently then, like every
Yes.
month, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like, and like I said, if you have PCs in your account that just want to pay that monthly PC fee, and then they want to buy Energize here and there, and
Mhm.
that's okay too. It's actually nice because, and I don't like to call them fluff, but they fluff up your office because they help with your volume, they help with your bonuses, and they help with qualifications without even realizing it. Right? Because I have some PCs in my office that help me go diamond all the time. And they don't even notice. It's because they've just decided to place an order themselves, and it benefits my office. It gets them active in there under the leg, and then it brings me to paid diamond. Right? So once you're lifetime emerald, you'll always be lifetime emerald, but the 2 people need to be active to get your bonus for that week. Same with diamond. Once I'm diamond, I'm lifetime diamond, but I would need every person that makes me diamond to be active in my office in order to be paid diamond. And same with Ruby. So right now, for example, I'm paid Ruby. And all Ruby is, it's like the middleman. So Ruby is literally, here's me, you have these guys, you have these guys, 2 people have gone emerald, but you're missing those other 2, 1 on each leg. That's all Ruby is. So usually people bypass Ruby because what happens is they have their emeralds first on either leg before they get that final person on these legs. So a lot of people will get, or they'll have enough coaches on either legs to be diamond, but they don't have the emeralds. So they'll like, as soon as that one person goes emerald and the other person goes emerald, well, now they're diamond. They've completely skipped over Ruby, but you'll like toggle between diamond and Ruby once you're a paid diamond, right? So yeah, that is how simple it is. And that's why I like the roadmap, is because it really does just lay it out super nicely. And then there's like a week 2. So same thing. Once again, you go over your goals for week 2. You figure out what every day is going to look like in terms of like what you're doing for your business, what you're doing outside of your business, how your week's going to look. So it keeps you nice and organized. Once again, week 2, guest speaker, notes for that. Here's the topic, right? So I don't know who would be interested in doing this with me, but I found it to be super helpful myself when I was doing it. So if anyone is interested in that, I will spend the time to recreate it and make it more us, but very similar sort of content inside. And we can make that happen. So, and basically what it is I'll make the PDF file, and then you would either just print it out, or you could go and get it printed and bound at Staples just to make it official. I kind of liked that it was like that, but you don't have to. That's totally optional. And I will also be doing that for our To Be Mindset meal plan. So how that's going to work, I think that honestly, all it will take is understanding who would be interested in helping with it. You do not need to, so here's the thing, you do not need to be following To Be Mindset to do this meal plan. I feel like, do you guys understand To Be Mindset? Like that it's a plating system. You got like a workbook with your package that showed you like how to plate your meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So basically it's a very easy to follow meal plan. So what I would suggest to you, do you guys have your To Be Mindset journals handy?
I think I have one. Hold on.
Okay. Because I might actually even have one in here somewhere too. I'm looking at my big stack of books. Actually, yes, I do. I definitely do. Oh,
I
yeah.
have it here. I haven't actually like opened it really. I looked at it like 1 second when I first got it a year ago and haven't touched it.
Well, there you go. Well, now it's time. It's time to just open it up, take a look. But what I was thinking is you don't actually have to do and make the meals, but I think it would be fun to go on the app, look through the To Be Mindset recipes, and ones that you know that you would actually make yourself. Like go through it, and anything that sounds very Jenna or very Kylie, go through it and see what recipes sort of speak out to you. Like, oh, that's something I'd want to try. And then figure out which category, breakfast, lunch, dinner, it belongs to. And write on the workbook, write out a meal plan for the day. You don't have to follow the meal plan, but take some inspo from the recipes, take some inspo from what you already eat yourself, and make it into the day of meal plan for that day. If you can do that for like, if you can do 3 pages of that in your little To Be Mindset workbook, like I said, this is just you writing down. You don't actually have to do the actual meals. It's just you getting creative and writing down ideas of what you would, if you were to make a meal plan for a month, what it would kind of look like. And then I was thinking we could just bring, if everyone does like 3 or 4 pages in that book of different ideas, just bring it all together and create it into like a meal plan, right? So I'm hoping to get 30 of them. So whatever that would, I would just need to know who would be interested in committing to creating that meal plan with us. And then I would know how many pages in the book you would need to just sit and write. So like, for example, for breakfast, it's on the plate, it's half fiber-filled carbs, I believe, and half protein, right? Is that what it says?
Sorry, I mean, it says 50% protein, 50% FFCs.
Yes, so fiber-filled carbs is FFC.
Yeah.
So that could be like two fried eggs and some avocado toast, day 1. Following day, 2 boiled eggs and half a cup of oats with fruit, day 2. You know, like just super basic, simple things. But if you want to make it fun, go online to the app, and there will probably be like a pumpkin spice oats, overnight oats recipe in there, right? And you can write right on there that you found it on the app, so that when I create it, when I create the actual like Canva situation with it, I can say found on the To Be Mindsets portion of the app, or I can even link it, right? Like right on the thing. But I just
The
think
link would be amazing, I feel like, for people.
Yeah.
Like new people even too, right? Like it would be really nice to just be able to click it.
For
and
sure.
It's just
And
like
I-
so easy. You're like, boom, there's the recipe.
And I feel like that's something, I know it sounds silly because like, yeah, we already have it. Like they get the accessories and they get the recipes and everything, but there's no actual like meal plan. And I feel like that in itself is so valuable, that, hey, me and my team put together this meal plan. And to talk about the fact that like I'm creating the meal plan with my team, like having it be an extra point of content that you can talk about. And then when the meal plan's complete, look at this amazing meal plan, scroll through it on your computer, take a video of it. This is adding value to our team and value to our community, right? Because it's something that we can say to them, when you sign up, you will also get a 30-day To Be Mindset meal plan created by us. It's not created by them. It's not created by somebody from Etsy. It's literally created by us, right? So I think it'd be really cool. It's something I've never done before. And I feel like going into these like cooler months, it's so nice to like focus on nutrition a little bit more. And I feel like a lot of people do end up trying to focus more on their nutrition as they're going into the like fall season where everyone wants soups and coziness, you know? So like, I feel like it's just nice to kind of like keep up with that sort of trend that a lot of people will probably be interested in and focused on. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but it's just a crazy idea I had, and I thought it would be fun to do. Do you like it? Yeah, you'd be down? Okay, cool. Yeah, that is basically all I have for you guys tonight. We should do an incentive I think, so sometimes what I'll do is, because it's so hard, like, what if we all get 3 people on, right? I feel like we could say something like a custom, or not a custom meal plan, but a team made meal plan is something that you would get access to. But then also, like, how would you guys feel about like not really a raffle, but kind of, yeah. Not really a raffle, but like your name gets put into something and we draw like 3 names at the end of the month for everybody that comes in, right? The only thing I don't like about that is that, like, Alan's just grabbing the dog some food. The only thing I don't like about that is, like, if, let's say, 10 people come on, well, then 6 people are realistically left out, right? So
I
it
feel
would
like it
need
gets
to
a bit
be,
weird too, like with, like I like that idea. If there's enough people coming in,
Mhm,
do you know what I mean? Like, let's just
sure.
say, like, not to be a Debbie Downer, but like, let's just say there's only 3 total new people between
Yeah,
like
no, and that's
adults, right?
realistic. Yeah,
And
that's
then it's
very
like,
realistic.
I mean, I get the whole like promoting it is one thing because people don't really know how many people or how many other people would be involved necessarily,
Mhm.
right? So like that's a side of it, I guess. I guess their chances are just better, but at the same time, like, what's that like? What's the possibility that it's so amazing that someone's going to be like, yeah, I want that.
Can I
Like
tell
it's got to
you,
be
you guys are
juicy.
gonna die at this, but one time we gave away an Apple Watch. And it was like a raffle situation. So what it was anybody who signed up that month and then fully committed to themselves that month, showed up in the group like a rock star that month, they would be considered amongst the coaches. And we used like a bit of a point system too, to like just make sure we were pretty accurate about like the engagement and everything like that. And we actually gave away an Apple Watch. Like, we all put money into it. I think I did the math and it was going to be like $25 each for like a handful of us to put money in for somebody to get an Apple Watch. And oh, holy smokes, it was the best freaking group I've ever run because everyone wanted the Apple Watch, right? Like, I feel
Right.
like something like that is more, I don't know what the word is, like enticing, because it's like,
I know it's,
right?
yeah, it's got to be good, right? Like it's got to be, yeah, it just has to be. It's just our nature to be like, to want something exciting, right? Like, especially if you're going to work
I
for it,
could
like,
talk about
you're
like
kind of being asked.
it could be something I talked about on my stories or your stories, even that like I've done this in the past. It was our best group ever because of the circumstance and because of what was on the line. So if you're looking to like really up level this November, we're starting a group. November, what's the first Monday of November? Let's have a look.
I don't know. I just had a thought too. This
November.
is kind of
Oh,
random, but
it's the day after my birthday, November 6th. So yeah, November 6th would be the first Monday of November till November 30th. So like we'd have even that first week of November to get like some last minute people in, and then we could run like a solid group that we like really are, we could it doesn't have to be an Apple Watch. I'm just throwing an idea out there, but it's a good one. It's one that like a lot of people want that don't have, or or we could give them the option, like maybe AirPods or something like that. That's like, well, if you already have an Apple Watch but you don't have AirPods, well then, like just something that's like similar price range that not everyone is like running to buy right now because budget stuff, right? So yeah, something like that is something we could think about. And then we would just have to decide like because it does come out of our own pocket, right? So like we would have to decide like where our boundaries were and how much we'd want to contribute financially to that, right? So that would all be just a discussion, but it's just an idea. That's something that we could use to like bring someone on, right? And then keep them motivated to keep going. You know, like even stuff like that, that builds retention as well. Because like if somebody, for example, gets the Go and Glow stack and they show up in the group every day to like win this Apple Watch, and then they do win the Apple Watch, and they've been taking this Energize, Hydrate, and Collagen every single day, I think that person would be more than likely to want to purchase the Go and Glow stack again, would they not? Because they had this amazing experience with this lively group that got an Apple Watch out of the deal. Like I'm talking about the one person that gets it, but I'm just saying like that person or the people in the group that were like hoping to get the watch, they're probably more than likely or more likely to want to like recommit to like more supplements, which then continues to help your volume and your commissions and everything like that, right? So it ends up winning anyways, or you'll end up winning anyways by just putting in that extra, chipping in that extra like 20-25 bucks, right? So but yeah, I'm open to suggestions. I just said the Apple Watch thing because I remember it. I remember clearly us doing it and how like crazy the group was because of it. We did like this hybrid group where it was called 50 Days Till Summer. So it was like the lead up to summer, and it was the 50 days bringing us to summer. And we did like a full hybrid. And what we actually did was we went and used every single program in the platform. And we took our favorite days from every program and like designed it like an actual program. So like it would be structured like a program, but we would like pick like AAA day from 80 Day Obsession on the Monday, and then lift 4 shoulders on the Tuesday. And, you know, like, and it was literally a whole showcase of the entire platform in those 50 days. So it was actually super fun. And it was like, people were finishing the program hybrid, being like, I can't wait to do this program because I got to get a taste of it in the hybrid. So just so many fun ways to swing it, you guys. Like there's just, the possibilities are endless, but because it's just us on the call tonight, like it's recording obviously. And if anyone wants to like interject in the chat after they've had a chance to listen, or if they have any other ideas, but that was sort of just something that's worked in the past. And Kylie, if you have other suggestions too, of like what we could maybe do that are different than that, like you can throw it out there as well. But yeah, that's something that's been a pretty big success in the past, for sure. I'm trying to see now, like what those even go for these days. I'm sure it's different now. Let's go to apple.com and see. I know that when we got this one, she got, you know how you have the option between like a bigger screen or a smaller screen on an Apple Watch? You may not know that, but there's like the bigger screen version and the small screen version. We ended up getting her the small screen version because it was cheaper, right? But either way, it's an Apple Watch. But let's just have a look at what they cost nowadays. Yeah, Apple Watch Series 9. The other cool thing about the Apple Watch is you can like follow people on it. So that's like another fun thing, like everyone in the group could like follow each other that has a watch, and it like just creates more community, right? Why am I not seeing prices? Because Apple sucks for that. They never just tell you what you need to see, you know what I mean? You got to like scroll through all this stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the Apple Watch SE, all the essentials light on price is $329. So 329 divided by 25. So that would mean like 14 of us would have to put $25 in. I don't even know if there's 14 of us to do that. But we could make like, so what would that mean? Like if everyone could do, let's say $40. Let's see here. 325. That would only mean 8 of us. Which there for sure is 8 of us. Right? So that's just something that like obviously we can chat about more, but just an idea. And there's other things that we can think about, but something like that is so cool because it's more of a like, ooh, right? Another thing is like, I don't know, like I want to say a Lulu gift card, but I always feel like I feel like an actual like, this is what you'd get. You'd have your choice of colors, but this is what you'd get kind of thing. Like maybe like the Lululemon scuba hoodie, for example, or, you know, like things that are sought after that a lot of people really like, right? Things like that, but we'll discuss it. It's definitely something we should do and sort of collab on because I think that that's like, there's just so much more power there, you know, like it all adds up really quick when everyone puts like $20 into something, right? So we could definitely do something. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. I'm gonna let you guys go. I don't want to take up any more of your night. But I hope that this call was helpful. And I hope that you know how amazing you are and that you continue to go after that dream that you have, because honestly, I'm biased, but I love my team and I think you guys are all rock stars. And I love seeing you guys do your thing. I truly do. Kylie, I've seen you totally come into yourself through all of this. I remember when we first got together for coffee, you were like, I cannot do the whole talking on my stories thing. Do you remember that? Do you remember saying that to me? I was like, oh, you will. And she totally does. And I know, Jenna, it won't be long till we're hearing from you too. Maybe once you're healthy, you can do some sort of just like scanning of the things in your room, like, oh, I'm looking for an outfit for this situation or this occasion, like which one would you pick? And like put up a little poll, but like put your voice in there. Like just little things like that. And I know Kylie sort of like eased into it that way as well, like doing like a Old Navy haul or something like that, right? Like, oh, this is all the stuff I got from the grocery store today, and just explaining it all with your voice just eases it in. And then you'll build the confidence there for sure. But it's so freaking scary to do. Like everyone struggles with that in the beginning, and it's just like ripping off the band-aid, right? Like Kylie, I'm sure you feel a little bit more comfortable doing it nowadays, hey?
I'm being like totally honest. I just don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't care. I don't care.
And that's good
It's
because
like, yeah.
you're showing up in an authentic way when you don't care.
Yeah, it's
You
just
like
it's
staged and like you've like thought about it all in your head.
yeah.
Scripted. You're like, no, that's not authentic. Just speak what's on your mind, on your heart, and let it out.
Yeah, it just whenever it happens, and it is what it is, and it's not usually anything really that spectacular, to be completely honest. But no
people
one
are
cares,
like,
or I don't
yeah.
care.
It's how people connect with you, right? Like even the day I'm sure you guys saw, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like when my camera went fuzzy and I thought it was my eyes. I'm like, why am I posting this? I could have easily pressed X and I'm still posting it anyway. But it was literally like my camera had gone like out of focus. And for a second there, I thought my eyes were like getting all because my eyes suck. And I'm like, what's going on with my eyes right now? No, it's my freaking camera. It's like so funny. And you just throw it out there. It's like, whatever. It's like no one's perfect. And the people who are pretending to be perfect obviously aren't. And it's just like
definitely not. Yeah.
Harder to relate, right? So be you authentically, because the world needs more of that. But I'm gonna leave you guys to it for the night. Gonna stop